You've had the same argument 50 times, but it never actually happened. You rehearse what you'll say when they finally apologize. You play out scenarios where you're finally understood. You imagine the conversation that will fix everything. And yet, it never comes. Why does your mind trap you in dialogues that will never exist? And what is it really trying to protect you from? It starts small. A comment someone made, a text left unread, a relationship that ended without closure. And suddenly, your brain won't let it go. You script the perfect response. You imagine yourself calm, articulate, finally saying what you needed to say. Sometimes you win the argument. Sometimes you just want them to see you. But here's the strange part. Even when you get it right in your head, even when the imaginary conversation ends exactly how you want, you still replay it again. Because it's not really about the conversation. It's about something your brain is desperately trying to resolve. You're not broken. You're not overthinking because you're weak or obsessive. This is your brain doing what it was designed to do, trying to restore safety in a social world. Humans are wired for connection, and when connection breaks down, your brain treats it like a threat. Not a physical one, but a social one. And your nervous system doesn't know the difference. Let me explain what's happening. Your brain has a system called the default mode network. It activates when you're not focused on the outside world, when you're daydreaming, reflecting, or replaying conversations. This network does two critical things. One, it processes unresolved social threats. Two, it rehearses future interactions to avoid danger. When someone misunderstands you, when a relationship ends without explanation, when you feel unseen or dismissed, your brain flags it as a finished business. And here's the key. Your brain doesn't just want resolution, it wants predictability. It wants to know, am I safe with this person? Do they respect me? Will this happen again? When those questions go unanswered, your mind creates simulations. It runs scenarios. It tests outcomes. It rehearses control. Because if it can predict what might happen, if it can imagine every angle, maybe it can prevent the pain from happening again. But here's the trap. These conversations aren't helping you prepare. They're keeping you stuck. Psychologists call this rumination, a repetitive thought loop that feels productive but isn't. It feels like problem solving, but it's actually avoidance. You're avoiding the grief of what didn't happen. You're avoiding the reality that some things won't be fixed. You're avoiding the discomfort of not knowing how someone sees you. And so your brain keeps you in rehearsal mode. Because rehearsing feels safer than accepting. So how do you break the loop? Not by fighting the thoughts, not by letting go or moving on, but by giving your brain what it actually needs. Step 1. Name the need behind the conversation. Ask yourself, what do I need this imaginary person to say? Do you need them to apologize? Do you need validation? Do you need to prove you were right? Write it down. Because once you name the need, you can start meeting it yourself. You don't need their apology to forgive yourself for trusting them. You don't need their validation to know your feelings were real. The conversation you're chasing is just a vehicle for something deeper. Step 2. Externalize the dialogue. Your brain is trying to process something, so let it. Write the conversation out, all of it. What you'd say, what they'd say, how it would end. This does two things. 1, it moves the rumination from your head to the page. 2, it signals to your brain this has been addressed. Neuroscience shows that expressive writing reduces activity in the amygdala, the part of your brain that keeps flagging the memory as a threat. You're not trying to make the conversation real. You're giving your mind permission to stop rehearsing it. Step 3. Grieve the conversation that will never happen. This is the hardest part, because some conversations will never happen. Not because you're not good enough, not because you didn't say the right thing, but because the other person isn't capable, or willing, or ready. And that is a loss, a real one. The loss of closure, the loss of understanding, the loss of the relationship you thought you had. You have to grieve that, not with bitterness, but with compassion, for the version of you that needed them to be different. Step 4. Redirect the rehearsal energy. Here's the shift. Your brain is trying to prepare you for future connection.
So instead of rehearsing conversations that won't happen, practice the ones that will. Think about the relationships that are safe, the people who do see you. What do you want to say to them? What do you want to ask? Redirect your mental energy towards real connection, not imagined repair. Step 5. Anchor yourself in the present. Every time you catch yourself in a loop, ask, what is true right now? Not what you wish were true, not what might be true someday. Right now. Ground yourself. Feel your breath. Notice the room. Come back to your body. Because rumination lives in the past and the future, and the only place you have any power is here. So here's the full picture. Your brain rehearses conversations because it's trying to restore safety. But safety doesn't come from controlling what someone else thinks. It comes from trusting yourself to handle whatever happens. You don't need the perfect words. You don't need their understanding. You need to stop abandoning yourself in the search for it. The imaginary conversation is a signal. It's telling you something here is unresolved. Listen to it. Write it down. Grieve it if you need to. And then let it rest. You are not broken for replaying what was never said. You're human, and your mind is doing its best to protect you. But protection doesn't mean rehearsal. It means presence. It means showing up for yourself, even when no one else does. The conversation you're searching for, it's not with them. It's with you. And it's been waiting this whole time.